Hey everybody, Jamie here, Enigmatic Pneumatics, and I am in Southern Oregon. For the first time I've been in the Pacific Northwest. This is Cave Junction, the area, and Sarah and I were heading south and she had a gig at this event, Spirit Weavers, and I came to help her and met Katie, and we started talking, and I immediately knew that Katie was somebody that I wanted to introduce to you. She's a traveler. We had a great conversation, and so with that, I bring you Katie. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
We're here at the Spirit Weavers Gathering. Please talk a little bit about that if you would.
Okay. Spirit Weavers Gathering this is the 6th year that it's been going on. And this year there were 800 women on the land for this gathering, and it's an ancestral skills gathering. It's about kind of coming back into our older knowing, opening up, healing, growing, learning, and just being in community with women, and kind of dropping back into how things used to be in community. So it's a meeting of 800 women. It's been great. This is the 6th year. I think I already said that.
How many times have you been here?
This is my 3rd gathering, and it actually happens 2 weeks in a row. So there are 2 separate groups where one group comes in, they're here for 4 days, and then there's a couple days in between, and another group follows. And I run the parking security logistics. So I do a lot of just shuttling back and forth, parking and making sure everything flows with all of these cars and the car camping, that kind of thing. And so I've been for 3 years in a row to both sessions each, so 6 sessions total. And I just feel like I could do it for like 20 more years in a row, because I always feel like there's so much information here. There are so many women who are teaching and have mastered their crafts in a lot of situations, and there's so much knowledge and wisdom, and I'm just looking forward to coming back year after year because it's made such a difference in my life.
That's awesome. We're gonna have some traffic going by. We're just gonna work around that as best we can. While you're running the logistics of security and parking and so forth, are you able to attend the functions?
I do. So the coolest thing about my job is that most of my work is done before the gathering starts, day of gathering, and after. So once the gathering actually starts and all of the women are dropped down in, I then get to kind of, I still have, I run around with my walkie-talkie and can get things done, but I allow myself to drop into the classes and be of service wherever I can, but also soak in that good knowledge.
If someone's watching this that might consider themselves a candidate for coming here, what would you say to them as far as what they could expect their experience to be like?
I would say that everyone's experience is so different. Depending on where you're coming from, how far you traveled to get here, what your interests are, whether you're interested in herbalism, or if you're going to take all of the natural crafting classes. You can tan sheepskin here, you can do braiding sweetgrass and knot water bottle holders, you can weave baskets. So the first couple years I was here, I was very craft focused. I want to make the leather shoes, I'm going to take this, I want to make things that I can take away and have and learn that skill. And now this year was a lot about, I've been on a healing journey, if you will. So I did a lot of the opening your voice classes and womb healing. This is really whatever, and I like to say that it's choose your own adventure, because whatever it is that you need or you're looking for, you can find it here. You can find, because it's such a large gathering, it's held so well in this space, in this forest. But if you really tune in, you will get exactly what it is that you need or you're looking for at this gathering.
Sounds like a great event. I would ask you, what your favorite part is, but I think you just kind of hit on that. And so let's talk a little bit about you. You've been here 3 times, and when the event's not happening, we talked a little bit about how you spend your time. Talk a little bit about that. How do you spend your time in between when these gatherings are taking place? What do you do? What do you like to do? What do you do with yourself?
Okay. I do a lot. I tend to do a lot. I've been actually trying to slow down and focus it a little more. I've been nomadic for the past year, but even before that I had the 5 years I had a home base in Arizona. I'm originally from Washington State, but I needed that sunshine. I was a pole vaulter. I thought for a little while I wanted to go to the Olympics in 2016. So I was training in Phoenix, and I always set very lofty goals.
I was a pole vaulter. I've never been a pole vaulter.
Wow.
I sucked at it though.
I loved it. Isn't it fun?
It was really fun, but I never
Yeah.
was able to bend the pole.
Okay.
I was really light when I was in high school.
All right. Well, cool. That's great.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it's very fun. So I've been traveling a lot. I'm a sales rep for a leather goods manufacturing company called Ezra Arthur. We manufacture men's carry goods, fine pieces, backpacks, and we also do a lot of private label manufacturing. And I have found this small niche, Gypsy Bound, where I take because I'm really passionate about sustainable practice. I think it's really important for us to be conscious about what we use on the earth and how to have as light of an impact as possible. But I went to school, I studied apparel, textiles, and merchandising at Central Washington University. But I wanted to apply it in a sustainable way. So I take the leather remnants and I turn them into just simple bracelets, simple leather bracelets. I've found just a little niche, and I carry my briefcases around. So when I travel around the country in any little town, I'll stop and find the cute boutique and just walk in with my briefcases and see if I can't make some connections and find some new stores.
How long have you been traveling like this?
I have been traveling, I tend to do a cycle. I've been traveling like this for the past 5 years.
Oh wow.
My base was in Arizona, and I've had this for 4 years. And in the summertime, it gets hot in Arizona, so I'm like a young snowbird. I spend the winters down in Arizona, and then I usually travel up the coast of California to Oregon and Washington, where I'm from. Summer in Washington is amazing, and I'm a little bit of an outdoor sports enthusiast. I'm a mountain biker. I kayaked for quite a bit of time. Just being outside in the mountains is one of my favorite. So I tend to go back up north for the summer, river rafting, multi-day raft trips, all of that happens in the summer, and my family, my tribe, they're up north, they're in the Northwest, so I like to go home, spend a lot of time in Leavenworth, Washington, Olympia, Washington, Seattle, Oregon, and then I go over to Montana, down to Idaho, Wyoming, Utah has been my loop for a while. But I'm in this transition, and I'll be changing. Not quite sure where home base is yet, but I think I'm looking for a home base at some point, but I'll just be continuing to travel, looking to get east a little more.
It sounds like an amazing life, and that you appear to be very young to be able to pull that off. More power to you. I think that it's an awesome life to be on the road like this, and so good for you.
Thank you.
That's huge.
Thank you.
May I see some of the stuff that you make?
Yeah, my cases are, I've been at a gathering for 10 days. I've been traveling a lot lately, so...
Can I hand them to you? If you just sit there and I hand them to you? Because that way they'll still be in the shot, is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and I might even pick the camera and get closer.
Here. Okay, check this out. Well, this one, who knows? We got
I'm gonna get closer
okay.
to feel better. Stuff.
Well, that's like part of my story is... after I graduated from college in Washington, I went, and we're talking about how, Baja in Arizona and things that happened down in that area. And I have a good friend of mine, Mark Bradshaw, is based out of Cave Creek, and he has the world famous Hideaway Grill, and it's like Harley culture, baggers and custom bikes and all these bike builders down in Arizona. And so they often will travel out of Arizona down to the Baja 500 and different races and just motorcycle rallies, go out to Sturgis, that kind of stuff. And he so graciously offered me when I graduated, I thought I wanted to do that pole vaulting thing, and he offered me a job and a place to stay down in Arizona. I knew of one coach, and that's a whole nother story about my journey with the pole vaulting for a while, and just all of the opportunities that show up. I truly feel that if you know what you want and you choose to go for it and you really open yourself up to it, all the opportunities that you need will fall into place. Like if you just feel it, I don't know, no matter where you are, I think that if you're really in tune and you know what you want and you go for it, lots can happen for you.
That's been your experience?
Yeah. Yes. Thanks be to the universe.
Very cool. Let's take a look at some of this stuff you make.
Okay, well, it's kind of a mess at the moment.
That's okay.
Because it's been a long gathering, a lot has been happening. But welcome. This is my little case. So I travel with briefcases, and they always look different. You never know what's happening in here depending on what I've been making, and I've actually not been making so often because I've been moving and focusing on lots of other things. This is a great start. It was a great start for me. It was me using remnants, taking it, turning it into something else, and spreading awareness at the same time. By the way, and I'm always interested in talking about plastic, single-use plastic, and those types of things, because it's important for us to be conscious about what we use and what we leave behind on this earth, because it stays here, and there are so many of us, and so this is like a very important issue to me, thing to be addressed, is our consumption. And electric vehicles, I'm just so passionate about the switch. I know that there are still resources that it uses, but sometimes it's important to change the structure. Gasoline engines are old, they're inefficient, it's not the most efficient technology. They've got all these moving parts, you have to get oil changes, you have more fail parts that break. Electric motors, it's like a spinning motor. There are so few parts, there's like 6 bolts versus 92 parts in your car engine with combustion going up and down. It's just not efficient, and I'm into efficiency. So I'm interested in Tesla. I think that's going to be one of my next moves, is maybe selling Teslas. I like that idea. I like representing them, and I love driving. I love cars and driving. I always have. I'd love to, I'd like to be a part of the movement.
Very cool. Did you want to talk a little bit about this company?
Well, so Ezra, this is the other part of my story, is I am connected with these guys, Ezra Arthur, in Phoenix, Arizona, and they are these amazing guys who make amazing leather goods, all USA manufactured in-house, lots of private label work and heirloom quality men's carry goods. This is my wallet. It's simple, it's clean, it's classic, it lasts forever, and it goes right in my pocket. And so I'm just a huge fan of these guys, and I'm so thankful that our paths have crossed and they're interconnected.
If somebody wanted to purchase something through you as a rep, how would they find you?
They can find me. You can always go to EzraArthur.com, and I'm working on getting a code so that they know you got it through me or you found out about it through me. Bye, you guys. And EzraArthur.com. Gypsybound.com usually is there, but my website is broken. If anyone out there is good with websites and doing work, that's on my list of things to do.
How about
the web access is it's not my strong suit. I'd rather be out here, not necessarily in front of a computer.
How about if folks want to just follow cool things that you do? Do you offer an avenue for that?
Well, so I have Instagram. My Instagram is Dirty8Kate. It's 8 like you ate it, so Dirty 8 me, Kait. And then I have Gypsy Bound. It's Gypsy_bound, both on Instagram. I'm Katie Davis. I don't do a blog or anything like that because that requires a lot more effort on a computer again. I'm usually posting some photos here and there and sharing a little bit on Instagram.
Thank you very much for making time to visit.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts?
Last thoughts. Follow your heart, do what you want to do, and pay attention to the little signs. Positivity, I think, is key. Look at the goods in every situation, even if there's been a lot of shifting and changing, and life is very difficult in a lot of ways, and I think it's rising up into the difficulty and kind of living this best life as good as you can. And loving your neighbors and everyone, all your surroundings. Love your people. Connect and grow and learn.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
See ya.
This is my bike stance. Now I feel good. Now I want to go on a ride. I like bikes. And that's why I go to Washington for the summer.